on about Red Herrings, the beloved English character actor who appeared with you in Haiti in all those films. I bet you got some funny stories to tell about him too, huh?
Red Herrings was a savage, brutal man. A sick man. Hardly a man at all. A tormented, vicious misanthropist who made every second in his presence a living, breathing nightmare in which there was no awakening.
No, not Red Herrings. He was always so funny and lovable and so nice.
Red liked to hurt people. Why, many a time, Eddie and I would fall asleep on the couch, exhausted between takes on the set, only to be woken with a sharp slap across the face, or a lighted cigarette in the pocket, or a pin in the neck. Why, one time during a scene where I was sitting at a desk, I felt a sharp pain in my foot. When the scene was over, I looked down, and what should I see but Red? Red crouched down beneath the desk, my bloodied foot in his evilly grinning mouth. His only pleasure in life was in the pain he caused others. That and golf.
Mr. Waltz, I'm not feeling so good, but where's your bathroom, please? Your bathroom?
And just through there, sir. Don't worry, I'll cover for you.
Oh, my God.
Gee whiz, Mr. Waltz. Didn't a nice director bring the evil man to justice? No, son, no. I'm afraid he didn't. You see, the problem was that Jack Knife was a masochist. He liked having Red on the set. He encouraged him. He provoked him. Oh, the studio knew what was going on, but the movies were a hit. And in this town, that is the one and only thing that matters. So they did what they always did. Gave more money and kept a blind eye. God damn it, we'd still be doing those movies today if Red hadn't gone and killed all those extras. When Jack yelled, "Cut!" Red took him literally. Lucky thing for me, though, because then I was free to star in The Impudent Lilac, the swashbuckling romantic adventure that became the smash hit of 1949. Ha! Yield to the impudent Lilac, the finest swordsman in all of France. A worldwide box office phenomena. The film that launched me into the ranks of Hollywood superstardom. After working my way up through the studio system, I finally made it. I had a fan club. 20 million Bobby Soxers went to sleep every night looking at a pin-up of me. Young men across the nation got their haircuts just like mine was. The daring do, the fan magazines called it. I was the studio's highest paid star. I had the world at my feet. Cecil B. DeMille offered me any role in the whole goddamn Bible, any role. I was a player. Hell, I was the king of this bird. Madam, my heart could never belong to you. It belongs to all of France.
And then you made Blarney Dune. Consistently voted the stupidest movie ever made. The unprecedented box office disaster that drove Olympian Studios to the point of bankruptcy. The only film in cinema history whose director sued their cast for incompetence. And won. What a story.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me, kid. Wouldn't have been so bad, except the judge ruled that as the leading man, the failure of the film was entirely my responsibility.
You know, I just don't understand it, Mr. Waltz. I personally really love that movie, although I do have to say that Spanish singing sensation Maya Attorney was woefully miscast, but Rory Lyon's graceful and inventive dance routines can make any film a toe-tapping family favorite. And the best part of all, Mr. Waltz, was your show-stopping song and dance number, remember? Follow the leprechaun, remember Follow That Leprechaun? You know, I really love to see you do that part where you danced on the top of the wishing well and then did the somersault off the top and landed in the splits.
Couldn't do it then, I can't do it now. Mind all of that singing and dancing. A lucky thing as well, if the judge had really seen my singing and dancing, he would have thrown the book at me.
Mr. Waltz, I saw you do it in the movie. Besides, you can't mind dancing.
Oh, sure you can. They just strap you into a harness and rig you up with invisible wires attached to your arms and legs like a marionette. What a fitting symbol for my Hollywood career. And for the close-ups, they shot a real dancer from the waist down and intercut the footage with an old camera trick. They call it editing.
But tell me, Mr. Baltz, after you lost the case, you know, did you really have to pay back all of the money?
Yeah, I was ordered to pay the fine. And to pay my debt to the studios, I was sentenced to 20 years hard labor and Hollywood B-grade hell. I thought I had a really bad time of it. But that was 1950, the year I realized that mediocrity starts with me.
1950? But Mr. Baltz, 1950 was the year you made Dolores the talking ass. Not to mention Hortense the singing crab.
Minor humiliations, kid. That fateful year had far darker horrors in store for me. I thought I had a pretty bad time of it in the A-grade pictures. Little did I know I was a prince in a golden palace. All of a sudden, I was just another two-bit bum panhandler on the street corners of the Hollywood slums fighting for survival alongside every two-bit nobody has been.
Were you a victim of the McCarthy-era witch hunts, Mr. Baltz?
No. But I was a card-carrying member of the Communist Party.
A communist? You were a communist?
I only went to the meetings because I thought a communist was someone who grew their own vegetables. Oh, I'd been going to the meetings for a while before I realized there was more to it than that. The politics never really interested me. But it was a great place to meet angry young women with a grudge against society and chips on their shoulders. Yeah, I felt quite at home.
But how did you escape being caught by the right-wing intellectual thought police?
Well, as it turned out, McCarthy himself was my biggest fan. Well, he and J. Edgar Hoover. They'd send me some fan mail, so I sent them along some signed publicity photographs, so everything was cool.